Hockey Heroes Clash of the Titans featuring Eric Lindros and Sergei Fedorov. Eric Lindros and Sergei Fedorov were two of the most electrifying and influential players of the 1990s, each bringing unique skills and styles to the NHL. At his peak, Eric Lindros might have been a top 3 player in the NHL. With his unique blend of power and finesse, Lindros had a lethal shot, incredible vision, and the ability to dominate games offensively. Sergei Fedorov was one of the league's best two-way players during the 90s and was known for being one of the smoothest and fastest skaters of his era. In this episode of Hockey Heroes Clash of the Titans, I'll be spotlighting Eric Lindros and Sergei Fedorov. Eric Lindros entered the NHL with as much hype to enter the NHL as anyone, and after refusing to play for Quebec, he was dealt to the Philadelphia Flyers in an infamous draft-day trade in 1992. The Flyers became contenders right away, with Lindros being the centerpiece, while the Nordiques, on the other hand, later the Colorado Avalanche built a dynasty with Peter Forsberg, one of the pieces in the trade, being an integral part of the core. Eric Lindros formed one of the most dominant lines in NHL history, alongside John LeClair and Michael Renberg, called the Legion of Doom on the Flyers. He won the Hart Trophy in the 94-95 season after scoring 70 points in just 46 games during the lockout-shortened season. Lindros helped lead the Flyers to the finals in the 96-97 season, but they were swept in the finals by Sergei Fedorov and the Detroit Red Wings. Lindros epitomized the modern power forward, blending size, strength, and skill in a way that had barely been seen before. He was equally adept at delivering punishing hits, setting up teammates with precision passes, and scoring highlight reel goals. His ability to physically dominate games made him a generational talent. Lindros' career was marred by injuries, particularly concussions. His playing style, which put him in high contact situations, made him a target for big hits. Lindros was a point per game player in his career, tallying 760 points in 760 games, and was inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame in 2016. Eric Lindros' career is a what could have been story. At his peak, he was one of the most dominant players the NHL has ever seen. However, injuries and conflicts both on and off the ice cast a shadow over his career. Despite this, Lindros is still remembered as a generational talent who redefined the power forward role. His induction into the Hockey Hall of Fame solidified his place among hockey greats. Sergei Fedorov defected from the Soviet Union during the 1990 Goodwill Games, leaving for Detroit to join the Red Wings. He quickly became a fan favorite with his blend of skill, speed, and creativity. Fedorov's best season was in 1993-94 when he won both the Hart and Lester B. Pearson Award after putting up a career-high 56 goals and 120 points. Under head coach Scotty Bowman, Fedorov became one of the best two-way players, winning the Selke Trophy twice in 94 and 96 for being the league's best defensive forward. Fedorov's ability to play as both a forward and defenseman was virtually unheard of for a player of his caliber. Fedorov was an integral part of the Detroit Red Wings championship teams in 1997, 98, and 2002. He was known for his clutch playoff performances, contributing heavily in key moments, including a Conn Smythe-worthy run in 97, though Mike Vernon won the award. In his career, Fedorov put up 483 goals, 696 assists, and 1,179 points in 1,248 NHL games, while in the playoffs, he put up 176 points in 183 games. Fedorov was a trailblazer, not only for his unique style of play, but also as one of the first Russian superstars to thrive in the NHL. His versatility and ability to dominate at both ends of the ice and knack for performing in clutch situations made him a cornerstone of Detroit's success during the 90s. Fedorov remains a key figure in Russian hockey, and his combination of speed, skill, and intelligence is still considered a benchmark for modern forwards. In 2015, Fedorov was inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame, cementing his place among hockey's greats. Both Eric Lindros and Sergei Fedorov were featured in the conversation of most complete players during the 1990s, but which one of them is better? Eric Lindros was unstoppable in his prime and was an MVP caliber player year in and year out. He was a physical, aggressive, and imposing player, was an elite power forward with a rare blend of skill and scoring touch, along with playmaking ability. His career was severely hampered by injuries, so that severely impacted his career longevity and overall legacy. Sergei Fedorov was an elite scorer and two-way player with consistent dominance. He was a fast, skilled, and versatile player and excelled at multiple roles on the team. Unlike Lindros, Fedorov enjoyed a long and successful career and won 3 Stanley Cups along with 2 Selkies. Both players left indelible marks on the NHL and represented different archetypes of greatness in the 1990s.